Good morning from Thailand. This is Sandy in Pattaya, talk of Thailand, and it's a kind of overcast but bright Friday morning. And today we're going to go down and look at a new restaurant that's been recommended to me. We're going to go down there for lunch. It's close to the floating market on Sukhumvit, so I'm told. We'll go down there on the motorbike and have a look at that and have some lunch down there. And I want to combine that right now with a video that's become quite controversial actually, and that's about work permits. I've even heard other YouTubers saying that you must have a Thai work permit to be a legal YouTuber in Thailand. Well, I'll give you my opinion on that, and I'll give you the opinion of the legal people after that as well, Thai legal people. So if you're interested, please keep watching, and I'll tell you all. Thank you. Okay, as we set out to go down to the restaurant that's been highly recommended to us, it's been open a few months apparently, and some of my wife's family visited there last weekend, and they said it was a super value and that we should really try it. So we've decided today to combine it with this video, and we'll have a look down there. Unfortunately, we're in for a bit of a surprise when we get there. Which you'll see in a little while, but these things happen. This restaurant is situated down Sukhumvit, right before the floating market as you come from Pattaya. Today it's a very, very hot day, but running around 36 degrees at the moment, and I think it's going to get a little bit hotter, boiling hot, uncomfortably hot actually. So now we're just coming down, and we're going to be turning left onto Sukhumvit Road, which is the main thoroughfare that runs from right down by Sattahip and runs all the way up through Bangkok. And this road was originally super enhanced by the American forces here in Vietnam, here in Thailand, when they had the conflict going on with Vietnam. They enhanced the Sukhumvit Road so they could bring all the bombs coming in the ships into Bangkok down all the way down here to Sattahip, where they had an air base at Utapao, where all the large bombers were stationed that done all the bombing during the Vietnam War, and that was the reason that they enhanced the road down here, so they could get the bombs down, all the ammunition down fairly quickly. So now we're heading along Sukhumvit Road, and my wife's looking for the turn-off. She's been briefed by her sister-in-law exactly where we should be going. But always amazes me, you know, the hotter it gets here, the more clothes Thais put on, and they really do hate the sun on their skin. My wife, I see, she's only got to look at a picture of the sun and she starts going darker. So they try to keep out of the sun as much as possible with more jumpers and hats and all sorts of things on, where we're us Farangs, expats, etc., are quite the opposite. We like to expose our skins to these extreme sunny conditions, of course risking all the problems that can be associated with skin cancer, etc. Also, which is not the most clever thing to do. So the floating market is just up ahead, and we're turning left here. It's the first time I've been down this way. It surprises me a lot of these little back roads, what they open up to when you start going down them, you know. I see this when we go to many of the golf courses. You can cut across little lanes and they open out into major sort of thoroughfares that you can drive very quickly and with no other traffic on the road. But we must be very near to this restaurant now. Uh-oh. Another victim of this COVID crisis with no tourists, only open at the weekends. Oh well, plan B. So now we're heading down towards what I call Buddha Mountain, which is a mountain that separates Pattaya Central from Jomtien. There's a big Buddha image on it, and there's quite a few buildings around the mountain itself. There's several nice restaurants down there, and we'll head down to Cozy Bay, which used to be a very quiet little hollow, but it's been built up a lot recently with condominiums, and there used to only be 2 hotels down there. There was the Royal Cliff Hotel, which was a very popular hotel with the royal family actually, and there was the Cozy Bay Hotel, which I'd stayed in I think twice. The problem with it was a little bit out of town and you needed to get taxis in and out if you wanted to visit it. Now here we are at the top of the Buddha Mountain. I've heard of this place up here, but I've never actually been up here before. I hear there's some superb views to be had up here, and I think you'll see that for yourself very shortly. That's down towards Pattaya Centre. As is normal most places now here, there's a temperature and security check place where you've got to log yourself in also. My wife's done all that with the app on her telephone. So we'll have a walk down here. There's a large construction for a new condominium that's been on hold for several years now because they breached the planning conditions apparently, and they thought they were going to get away with it, but they might have done, except there's been so many complaints, particularly people that like this place here, which is a very historic part of Pattaya, and most of the complaints about the new condominium, which is due to be torn down in the next few months, we're told, are centred around this place here. Apparently just up here we've got a very famous Thai admiral who looks out to sea guarding the shores of Thailand here in the Bay of Siam. That's his figure up ahead, you can see there, standing overlooking. But the problem now is, they say, that he can't see the sea. It's blocked off by that huge condominium that you can see in the distance there also. And that's the one that's to be ripped down to restore the Admiral's view of the sea. Many millions and millions and millions of bahts, I think, are going to be lost through this project. But it's lovely up here. It's a lovely place up here. It's well worth a visit and a look round. Many photographers up here to get photographs of the view. There you can see it yourself. Magnificent view down round Pattaya centre there. And you can see the eyesore of this condominium right in the centre there. They got that one wrong, that's for sure. Not a good time for condominiums here at the moment. There's a condominium company gone bust. I expect there's a lot of people worried about that actually, in the fact that those that put deposits on condominiums, those that have invested in condominiums that are looking for a set return on an investment, a lot of that's been lost, so I'm hearing on the radio, and a very concerning time for people with condominiums here. I'm not a lover of condominiums myself, but I know a lot of people do like them, and I think when you're coming out here for holidays, they're probably ideal actually, because they're centralised, they've got all the facilities, they've got the swimming pools and gymnasiums. There's the poor Admiral. Cannot see the sea. Oh my Buddha. So now we're heading back out again, down the hill, down towards Cozy Bay, and we'll go and find a restaurant down there. There's several restaurants down there, very nice, classy restaurants actually. I would say slightly higher priced than even the high priced ones in Pattaya, but the scenery and the ambience of the restaurants is something else to absorb. So we'll make our way down there, and then I'll carry on with the video that about work permits here in Thailand. So just enjoy the ride down. Well, here we are. We eventually found a restaurant to our likes, and it's on the top of the mountain. And the Three Mermaids, very, very nice. It's well worth a visit if you get to this area. So let's talk about work permits. I've seen a couple of videos recently where YouTubers have actually said that it's illegal to do YouTube videos in Thailand without a work permit. Well, that sounds a little bit like buffalo shit to me, if you don't mind me saying so. Because hundreds of people, thousands of people probably come here and they make their videos, holiday videos, etc. And they probably put them up on YouTube also. So they don't have work permits. And many of us who live here, we can make our memories and we can put it on YouTube. There's no problem. Nobody's paying us here in Thailand to do that. So why should we need a work permit? Let me just explain. Work permits are those permits for those people who actually come to Thailand on a business visa and get a work permit and work for a company. Now that might be their own company and it might be another company, but it's a company. And they get paid by people in Thailand and they pay the tax, etc., and everything is strictly controlled under the umbrella of the work permit. So here we are, retirees, people relaxing in Thailand, people coming on holiday here. We're not getting paid by anybody, so why should we register for a work permit? Nobody's paying us any money, so we're not working, we're relaxing and enjoying ourselves. Sounds fair to me. But let me tell you, there's a bit of a scam going on as well, because I've seen recently people advertising a sponsored visa. So what is a sponsored visa? It means that if you think you're going to come to Thailand and you think you might want to do something, you can get a sponsored visa, and they're going to organize it through some organization, and then they will charge you a setup fee. They will charge you all the necessary government fees that go with it, and then they want a monthly fee to run. Well, if you're not getting any money, you're not going to be paying tax monthly, but you're still going to have to pay them their monthly fees. I've never come across a sponsored visa before, and I'm not saying they don't exist, but to me, if it's sponsored and they're getting you a visa that you cannot get yourself, then it's obviously against the regulations here in Thailand. It's something that's happening once again under the table, and it's probably a scam. So before you go and spend out a lot of money, go into what you're doing, because it doesn't sound right to me anyway. Those that come here, there is another instance actually where you technically might need a work permit. Now that is if you're a YouTuber and you're doing YouTube videos here in Thailand for Thai customers or foreign customers, or you're doing it on a paid basis. That may be doing it for hotels, doing it for restaurants, doing it for property, and you're getting paid for making those visas, making those videos, then yes, you're working. And in that case, strictly speaking, you should have a work permit. And it's a dangerous thing actually to be doing things here in Thailand without a work permit. Very recently I had a guy I knew who was having golf bags made abroad to customers' specs, and he was selling them here in Thailand. They were ordering them from him, he was getting them made abroad, getting them brought in and selling them to him here in Thailand. He didn't have a work permit. So one night there was a setup. He delivered a golf bag to somebody here in Pattaya. Immigration were watching, the money changed hands, and this man was marched to Chonburi prison, where he spent 15 days before being kicked out of the country and deported. So it can be very dangerous. So it was being careful. But going back to people relaxing and enjoying it and putting their YouTube videos up, please continue and enjoy what you're doing. I think even if you monetize your company, your videos, you're not doing it, you're not going to get paid by anybody here in Thailand. You're getting paid by YouTube from the USA. So even that's debatable. And I have spoken to a Thai lawyer, a very good friend of mine, and he said the whole thing about getting a work visa to do this sort of thing is absurd, and no Thai court would ever consider it, not to say that some police officers, if they thought there was a benefit in it, might come and question you about it, but that's it. So that's just a word of warning, and think about it. Don't listen to everything you say as everything you hear as gospel here on YouTube. A lot of it's not. Thank you for watching. I have some interesting things coming up on my website, which is talkofthailand.com, for people that live outside of Thailand, and I would encourage you to have a look at that website. Actually, I'll put a link below. But for now, once again, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, and most importantly, stay safe wherever you are. Thank you very much for watching.